Hi everybody, this is Pramita here, and today I am going to show you another way of using up your scraps. So my workspace is currently filled with scraps, and I am really drowning in these kind of scraps, so I needed to make some ephemera sort of thing. I thought I'd make some ephemera. So I started off by using 12 by 12 sheets of paper. Now I had shown previously how I collage on 12 by 12 sheets, and then I cut them down to tags and journal cards and stuff like that. These are some of the papers that I will be using. They are not cardstock, they are paperweight paper. They are very not very thin but sturdy enough. If you have book page, you can use that also, but I have decided to use these. So what I've done is I have not used them as 12 by 12 because handling a 12 by 12 sheet of paper is a little bit difficult. So I have just folded these 12 by 12 sheets, and I'm just going to show you. No measurement required because this will give you 6 by 12. Okay, so 6 by 12 sheets, and then I will show you what I've done. So I'm just tearing this because I know I'm going to trim them when I finish making some collages. Okay, so they become pieces like this, and then what I did was let me show you. Where did I get them? Okay, so here I have a bunch of these. I'm going to do collage on this. This is kind of a mass making Tina style. I absolutely love, and get amazed every time Tina does mass making, because I am totally at loss when it comes to mass making. I don't know how to go about that. So I will be using up a few scraps that I have generated in my past few projects. So here are some items that I'm going to make, and these are going to be different, and I'm going to show you how you can make different things out of these 6 by 12 papers. So here I'm going to just show you. Here I've made a folder sort of thing. You can attach some papers inside and make this into a tiny booklet. You can add a closure over here and then tuck this inside a pocket. That would be good to go. This is another one. This is not as tiny as this one, a little bit on the wider side. So I've used, as you can see, all random papers I had, and some of them I have stitched. Some of them, meaning at some points I have stitched. I have not stitched entirely all the joints. Some joints are just left as it is because I find that more interesting. But these will get another layer, at least another 2 layers as focal points and stuff like that, and that I'm going to show you in the next video. So in this video what we're going to do is we're going to make some things like this. So this is a trifold, a kind of a wallet like insert, so you can add some closure over here and make this into a ephemera holder. This is another one. This is another one. So these are all of different widths depending on the size of journal that you're working on. So, and there are going to be more variations to these. So keep watching if you are interested in making, using up your scraps, or even if you just want to create some masterboard folio sort of thing, wallet insert, you can say. So here I have a wallet kind of paper. This is just going to be a simple insert that you can just tuck inside a pocket or something like this. So I have different variations of the pocket structure. So these are all folds, so this can open up. And then I have some envelopes this is a trifold. This is a trifold. So, and then what I've done is I have made some envelopes, and I'm going to show you how you can turn this into an ephemera holder. You can use them in your Happy Mail. You can put things in, and because there are going to be pockets inside, and I'm going to show you how you can do that. So for today we're going to just do some collage on the cover, and in the next videos I'm going to finish off the ephemera holder slash envelope that we are planning on doing. So keep watching and you will be amazed how easy it is just to put together simple things like this. So these are the papers that I will be covering up, because I'm not going to be using them in anywhere in my projects. So I thought I would just tag you people along, so show you how you can easily decorate these things. So I will be covering this up, as I said, and I will be using a variety of papers because I have two big sized baskets, not very big size, but baskets like this, two baskets like this, full of papers like this. These are all cut-offs from different projects. So this is going to be that kind of thing. So I'm just going to lay things down without thinking much, because I don't want to sometimes what happens is when you think too much, you tend to take away the spontaneity of a project. So I'm not going to think too much. I'm just going to go on with my collaging, and I have my ruler, so I'm just going to place this in C. So you can do collages in any way, but I'm just going to lay this down, and to bring some sort of a semblance, I'm going to, I hope I'm in frame, yeah. So I'm just going to lay this down. So there will be some sort of a semblance in colors, which will try to bind everything together. Now I know it sounds very random to some people, but yes, that helps, if you try and do that. So, and I have been watching a lot of comments on masterboards because they are a rage currently, but honestly I think if you start them with smaller I will say this is a smaller canvas, it makes things easier. Larger canvas doesn't help you to focus on only one portion, because in that way you might think that I don't know what portion this will have or how this is going to look once I cut up. So it's difficult for you to imagine how it's going to look. Sorry, so I just bumped against the camera. Okay, so this is going to be that. Okay, so I have two papers down. I might use some neutral book pages and stuff like that. Just let me look through my tab. So this is a tiny one that I have, and it's overflowing. As you can see, I just need to deal with this, and I don't know why I feel very overwhelmed when my paper bins start to overflow. So I have these pages which I can use, so I'll be using them. So I'll move that aside. Okay, so I'm going to be using some book pages also. So this is okay, so I'm going to just snip this off. Now you don't need to snip everything, but since I'm trying to keep it in a rectangular pattern, I would like to do this. You don't need to ink everything up also, but you can if you want to. So that's another thing. So it's okay, so that's done, and I will also, so this is a bird image, kind of like it, but I think I'm going to use it over here. So I'm going to put it over here. Okay, so So nothing is planned, guys. I just start laying things up. So one mistake I have done is that okay, so let's not make this as an envelope, let's make it as a trifold. So if I'm making an envelope, I see, you don't have to do this, but personally I like to have you know, the alignment in the envelope order. So if I fold this and I fold this, then I need to put, according to me, I should put this over here. So okay, let me make that. Okay, I'll just trim this off a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to put this over here. Okay, so because this is going to turn into an ephemera folio holder, not a folio, but a holder. I'll show you how. Envelope ephemera folder. So that's done, and we come to the front part. So this, since this is going to be the front, I would like the alignment to be in this fashion. So I don't know, let me dig into some stuff. Okay, so I have this. I'm going to trim this down. So these are all random scraps, as you can see, and I just want to use them up. Honestly, if I can use them in this way, then I'm more than happy, and also they get a home, these scraps, because so I would want this to be like so. Okay, so this is done, and then I need to cover the other portion. So what I can do is I can put this. This is from my latest project that I'm working on, my design team project. Most of the papers are from my latest project, but some are not. So the latest one I remember, the rest I probably won't be able to give you a very much idea, but yeah, so they are from my projects. I don't throw the papers away, but it's not that I keep everything. More or less I keep everything, but so this is this, and I will cover this up. So I'm not going to cover the entire thing. Okay, I'm going to cover this up, and this part that I'm left with, I can put it over here. Okay, so when you open this, some sort of a semblance lies with the placement of the things that we are doing. So again, let me tackle the back. Then I do have some sort of random papers. Okay, so I do have this. This is from a Shabby Dabby Doodle kit. Just as I said, these are all leftovers, so I probably will use this like so. So okay, I'm going to align this in this way, and I will try and fold this over. So I'm going to push this more towards the bottom, because I want this to cover the bottom portion also. Yeah, so I'm going to take this, place this like so, and then I'm going to turn this. Okay, so they will all get fixed properly once I have stitched them, and sometimes I even try and do a collage wash sort of thing. So I'm going to use this paper, but in that case I want to ink up some of the portions. So let me so I'm using Distress Oxide Vintage Photo. You can use anything you want, but I have this close by, so I'm using this. So I'm going to use this and some sort of guideline. So I'm going to glue this part, and this is going to be just the first layer, guys. There are going to be at least 2 more layers, and I'll tell you how you can do that. So this is done, only these 2 portions are left. Okay, so I'm going to cover this probably with this. So I probably cover this like so. So when you're making an envelope like this, if you are not hung up on the alignment, you can do it anyways. But I am I am little bit fussy about the alignment, so that is why I have seen how it's going to lie, and then I'm going to put the papers accordingly. So when I open the envelope, I'm going to see this. So I want all the images, at least most of the images, to be lined up like this, and then when I close it, I want them to be lined up top. Okay, so that is why I've done this. Now I'm going to use more some book pages. Okay, so I'm going to cover this. So I can add this. Okay, and first I'm going to glue this part, and then I can cover this up. Okay, and when I turn this, there is this little bit of empty space, but if I cover the entire thing, it's going to cover up the bird image, so I don't want that. I'm just going to trim this a little bit. That's okay, I might put something else. I'll show you. So that's okay if it's not covered. At least the fold should get covered, because that gives a neater look when you're working on projects like this. And I also need to trim off the extra from this side. So you're more or less done. I need to cover this part. Okay, and I need to cover this part. Okay, so I have this scrap which I'll probably use. So I'm probably going to use this, but it's going to be, is it going to be too dark? So I can put something in the middle. Okay, so I am going to take a strip off from here. I'm not measuring anything, I'm just randomly trimming paper down. So I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to just overlap this, because when you overlap, you tend to add more layers. So collaging is basically like adding layers. So in a way, it appeals more to our eyes. So if you want to get more appealing collage done, then the trick is to add them at uneven layers. Sorry. So that's done, and I just have this tiny space where I will put something which will be important and a little bit cheerful also. So I can use, let me see, so this is the mini tub that I'm trying to deplete without much success, because it keeps on adding, I keep on adding new things to this. I don't know why, and how come they land up here? I don't have any idea about that also. It's pretty annoying. So I have this, these are stamped images. I have this stamp. I can use that. I'll show you how. So remove this. And what I'll do is I'll just trim these off. I'll also show you in some of my next videos how you can add stamped images in your collages, or how you can maximize your stamps, basically, you know, make clusters, all sorts of things. So I have this over here, but still this space is bare. So what I can do is I have these printable music sheets from eons ago, and I'm going to just take off a little bit. This is from Tsunami Rose Designs. She has a bunch of printable music sheets. So if you do not have access to music sheets, or if you do not want to use the music sheets that you have, you can print these out, and then you can, yeah, so I'm going to put this down. So I'm going to ink this a little bit. That's not necessary, but it's just me. Okay, so the first layer is done. Now we will start adding this second layer. Basically the butterfly is one of the second layers, you can say. So I'm going to start adding the second layer. So for the second layer, what can we do? We can add more neutral items, labels and stuff like that, and I'll show you how you can do that. Just a minute. Let me get hold of that tub that I have full of labels, and I'll be back. Hi, so I'm back after looking through my tub. So I have a tiny tub like this, you know, where I keep the smaller embellishments from, you know, what happens is when I've used up about 40 to 50% of the labels and mini ephemera pages, I cut the rest up and put them in a bin like this, so that I have them cut out and ready to go. And then what I do is I just dig through them and see how they will look, because that makes so many things easier. So I keep a tub like this, and I have another tub like this where I keep some of the uncut, the not trimmed down papers, but which need to be trimmed down. So I carry that tub around when I'm watching TV or doing something which requires little attention. I cut them down and then I put them in this tub. So this is how my tub system of mini ephemera works. So here I have some labels from different shops. I will try and tell you the shop, or if anybody is interested, then I will try and list them if anybody wants. So here is the tub, and here is the envelope. So remember one thing, I'm going to cover the inside up either with book page or with some tea stained paper, something of this sort, after I have stitched everything. So not right now. This is how the envelope looks, and I'm going to trim this corner off, both the corners. I'm just going to show you. So what I'll do is now it's not necessary, but I wanted to, so I've done that. So this is how it's looking, and I'm just going to turn this, okay, and I'm going to trim this part off. So this is totally eyeballing things. It's not perfect. If you want perfection, then I don't know, because junk journaling is not about perfection. So this is how the envelope is looking. I'll put some sort of a closure over here. I'll show you how to do that. And right now we have collaged everything. We've put down so many things. Now we are working on putting down more layers. So this is the first layer that we have worked on, and this butterfly can be considered as a second layer. So we will start working from this part, and then we'll move on to the top. Okay, so here what I can do is I can add this number. This is from Shabby Dabby Doodah. She has a wonderful sheet of numbers that I constantly use. I'm partial to that, sort of. So I'm going to glue this down, and what this will do is, So this is going to be this is the second layer that we are putting down on this part, okay? And then again I want something over here. So again there can be three things on when you're collaging. Try to put them in uneven numbers, so 3 focal points you can say. This is a rip strip kind of thing, that musings with Nikki Adigan. She has a few wonderful rib strips, she calls them, and I have just cut them down just so that they are ready to be used whenever I need them. So this is like so, and now I need to put something over here. I don't know why I feel that I should put something over here. This is not your typical thing. Okay, so what I have here is a list of things. Okay, so these are some words that I will be listing soon in my shop. So these are some words in the typewriter font because I like that, and I am going to use that. Worthy. I just need to sit for some time with my husband because he's working from home again, and the situation in my city is not very good, and my brother-in-law became COVID positive. So, and just a few days before that my sister-in-law had died. So I didn't go, but my husband went because she was like a mother figure to him, his elder sister. So he decided to go to the funeral, and then my brother-in-law, I mean my husband's elder brother, he was also there, and within 5 days he was infected. So sort of we were kind of no, I don't think I'm going to put anything. So that's that, and let's put this somewhere here. So maybe I'm going to put this over here. So my husband and I decided to remain home quarantined, though we do not have any symptoms, and it's pretty scary, you know, when things like this happen. I don't know about you people, but life has been like a nightmare for us. And this time around it's worse, and I don't know how things will be really, because it's so frustrating. So I'm going to put this image. This is from chapter 1 papers. So as you can see, I'm using a lot of stuff that are from different designers, different shops. So that's going to be the first part, I guess. So I'm going to put this above a little bit. So it's going to be like this. Okay. So it's looking pretty nice, and I like how this word stands out, worthy. And now we're going to focus on the back. So it's coming off this glue, this part. I'm going to put some glue. Here I will try and put some washi tape, because I do have a bunch of washi tapes that I do not use at all. At least not as much as I should. So I'm just I don't know, I'm just digging through the washi tapes and trying to find something. So this is a wide washi tape, but I'm going to trim it down, and let's see how this goes. You can use anything for that matter, as you can see. So this is a very old washi tape that I have, and I think this is about more than 5 years old. I have not used that at all. That's very shameful. So I'm going to use this. I don't want to cover the birds basically, so I'm trying to negotiate. It's getting covered anyway. I don't want to cover that. So let me try another trick. So if I do not want to cover this, then I'm going to place it like this. Okay, now they are not covered, and I'm also going to place it like this. Now let me see if I need to fold them. Yeah, I can fold them, and I can fold them over here, but I need to take the extra bit off. Okay, so now we have this. I kind of like it, very nice. So here is the opening part, and this is the back. So at the back, what I'll do is I'll put some sort of label or ticket sort of thing. Probably something like this. This is too wide. So that's how things are, and I will be taking off the listings probably from my shop, because shipping from India is closed to almost all countries, so it's no point keeping them open. So once shipping starts, I'll relist them. So whatever projects I'm going to do, I'm going to show you people on YouTube as well as. So by now, if you have not joined my Patreon, then you can join my Patreon to get more videos and updates, because some wonderful ladies have already joined. I'm going to put this over here, and I need to put something over here. I don't know what that will be, so let's see what I can put. Maybe some image like this. This is too big. I want something smaller. So I'll probably use this. Yeah, it's looking nice. So I can probably place this over here, and then something over here. So this is also from chapter 1 papers, and this is from Miss Tracy Fox. Okay, so here we can put some quotes that are freebie from Artemis. So these are again some wonderful things that are available if you join Andrea's Facebook group, that is Artemis and Friends. See, I use papers from all sorts of shops and digital designers, and if I remember, then I definitely try and link them or talk about them. I have nothing against them. I absolutely love their work, and so I try to do that, because I think we should do that. You know, so many people will be benefited from that. So this is from chapter 1 papers, and this is from this is a freebie from Artemis and Friends, or I think it's available on her website also. If you go to the freebies section, you'll probably get that. So here is something that I'm going to add. Okay, so that's done. So I'm going to put my ephemera. So this is how it's looking. So I'm going to give this a stitched look, and in the next part I'm going to show you how I'm going to cover this up and and also add pockets to this. Okay, so this part is going to be only till here. So keep watching. Bye. Have a great day.